Question. Hey everybody, John here. This is like the third time I've tried to do this video and I just realized I had my microphone muted, so I'm not pleased, but I'm even less pleased with Andrew Scheer. Now, the last couple of videos that I've done, I've been going after Justin Trudeau and his cabinet because they have become, well, I mean they always were, but Justin Trudeau has declared himself the bandit king. He's the emperor now, or the dictator, supreme leader. He's abrogated the rule of law in Canada, and he's invoked a law called the Emergencies Act, which has built into it a test necessary to be satisfied before the act can be legally invoked, so that all of the actions pursued under the authority of the act are now, well, have always been illegal, lawless. We have a lawless government. He didn't even try to satisfy the conditions necessary to be met for that act to be properly invoked. But apart from going after Trudeau right now, I'm going after Andrew Scheer, the former leader of the opposition party, who is giving a little speech on the floor of the House of Commons, and I'm going to play some of his video.
The Minister has not provided any legitimate justification for bringing in the Emergency Measures Act. He asks us...
It's true. Trudeau has not provided any legitimate justification for invoking the Emergencies Act. He hasn't even tried to provide any illegitimate reason. He's just invoked it, just like that. But the point that Andrew Scheer is making is kind of special. Just listen to this.
Us to trust him. He says, don't worry, we're going to make sure everything's fine with the courts, we're going to make sure everything's compliant with the charter. This is the same guy who fired his attorney general because she wouldn't go along with his plans to interfere in a criminal court case, Madam Speaker.
Yeah, that's true. He did fire the Attorney General, Jody Wilson-Raybould, when she would not cooperate in the soft peddling of charges against executives of SNC-Lavalin, who were either Justin's buddies or there was some reciprocal arrangement, tit for tat. They were being charged with various corporate criminal activity, and Justin just fired her because she wouldn't drop the charges, she wouldn't interfere. So, as far as I'm aware, no member of the Conservative Party, either then or now, pushed the Crown prosecution to file charges against Justin under Section 139, obstructing justice. They just use it as a rhetorical point to score in argument on the floor of the House of Commons. Not do something substantive, like charge him with the crime he has committed, or demand he be charged, or demand that the commissioner of the RCMP recommend those charges, or that she resign because she's not doing her job. No, we're just going to use verbal sparring, smiling, as if all we're doing here in the House of Commons is scoring points with our arguments. This is pathetic. This is a game. These are people lacking seriousness of purpose, dressing up in daddy's suit, pretending to be the opposition party. It's not like the future of Canada and the continuance of parliamentary democracy is at stake here, or the lives of Canadians or their children's futures or anything like that, Mr. Scheer. What are you doing? But we'll get to the point. Get to the point I want to make.
You'll pardon the members of the Conservative Party if we're not going to take the Prime Minister's word that he's not going to abuse the power that he's granting himself.
Mr. Scheer, former leader of the Conservative Party, the joke party, says, "You will forgive us if we don't take the Prime Minister's word that he won't abuse the power that he's granting himself." This is a video uploaded on the February 20th, so I presume these are speeches made today. That he's going to abuse the power. Like seizing people's bank accounts isn't an abuse of power, isn't an illegal criminal action under the authority of the Emergencies Act, which was illegally invoked. Thus, everything pursued under it is a criminal action. He's talking about maybe he'll abuse these powers. What is bad enough of an abuse for you to notice, Mr. Scheer? Or is this all just a game and you're just going to use it to score rhetorical points on the floor of the House of Commons, just like this is as serious as a YouTube comment section, and not the future of Canada, the future of parliamentary democracy, the end of civil rights in North America? You should resign, Mr. Scheer. In fact, all of the Conservative MPs should resign and go back to their hometowns and go to trade school and maybe get a welding ticket or do something useful like drive a truck. I'm disgusted. I'm far beyond furious. This is the opposition party. Justin Trudeau is a minority government, and all these ridiculous, clownish, unserious ding-dongs can do is treat his criminal misbehavior as the grounds for scoring rhetorical points on the floor of the House of Commons. Don't support any of these people. The whole system, in my opinion, needs to be bulldozed. Bulldozed to the ground. Start over. Thanks for listening, as always, and have a lovely day.